Workers saying they had no idea about major health issues. Workers at the property overcome with the couple's passing.
He's just a normal person, you know, and all of a sudden to see that, both of them, bro. Sorry.
Cremate the dog and bury it with Betsy. Yeah, and if the dog is wearing a collar, could you save that?
I would communicate with her pretty much on a weekly basis. 2.5 weeks ago, that stopped.
Hey there, my fabulous celebrity news junkies. Buckle up, because today we're diving into Gene Hackman's latest news that's blowing up every feed imaginable. Yes, Gene Hackman, the legendary actor known for his powerful on-screen presence, is suddenly at the center of a swirling scandal that has left Hollywood gasping for air. You might have heard whispers about a locked door, a secret tunnel, and some truly bizarre happenings at his Santa Fe mansion. But let me tell you, this isn't your run-of-the-mill celebrity gossip. Oh no, this is the kind of story that has everyone questioning just how deep the rabbit hole really goes. Picture this. A forbidden room no housekeeper was allowed to enter, mysterious symbols carved into doors, and rumors of the FBI sneaking in under cover of darkness. Sounds like a blockbuster movie, right? Except it's all tied to Gene Hackman in real life. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this just another tall tale spiced up to chase clicks? Hold on to your popcorn, folks, because credible sources have come forward, and the details are downright spine-tingling. From alleged secret documents to cryptic numbers like 701, the entire situation has escalated from petty rumors to a full-on Gene Hackman scandal update. The hush-hush approach from law enforcement and the FBI has only fueled the rumors. Think cloak and dagger unmarked cars and hush money behind closed doors. Yes, money, power, and influence are all in the mix here. And guess what? That's exactly what's making people think there's more to this than meets the eye. Could be that one of Hollywood's most respected icons has been harboring a giant secret, protected by a network of powerful interests? But hey, if there's a locked room, you know our curiosity is going to break down that door. Figuratively, of course. Because this story isn't just about a quiet corridor in a lavish mansion. It's about the possibility of an entire empire deception built on controlling narratives, paying off the right people, and pulling strings high above our heads. Spicy, right? So, if you're here for the scoop, the tea, the inside track on Gene Hackman and his jaw-dropping scandal, then you're exactly where you need to be. By the end of today's video, you'll be armed with all the scandalous tidbits that the powers that be would prefer you never hear. So smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and let's step right through that forbidden door together. Because once you hear what's inside, you'll never look a Hollywood mansion or a Hollywood superstar the same way again. Alright, before we plow full steam ahead into the juiciest bits of Gene Hackman's scandal update, let's rewind and catch everyone up on how we reached this point. We all know Gene Hackman as a celebrated actor, 2 Academy Awards, countless iconic roles, and a reputation for being both versatile and fiercely private. For years, he and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, enjoyed a relatively low-profile existence in Santa Fe, far from the hustle and bustle of Hollywood. Their mansion, perched in the scenic New Mexico landscape, seemed like the perfect quiet retreat for a star who'd spent so much time in the limelight. But then the rumors started trickling in. Word on the grapevine was that there was a strange door in this sprawling estate, a door that absolutely no one was allowed to enter. Staff members talked about hearing weird whispers late at night, footsteps when no one was there, and the distinct feeling that something about that room was off. Normally, you might chalk this up to haunted house vibes or overactive imaginations. But here's where it gets dicey. Some employees claimed they saw Gene Hackman himself standing at that door, looking utterly stressed out, like he was dealing with an enormous burden locked away behind it. As if that weren't enough, rumors of an underground tunnel started making the rounds. One day, a maintenance worker supposedly found evidence of a large hollow space under the mansion, an area that never appeared on any official records. Then, in the dead of night, black SUVs were spotted rolling into the Hackman property, with folks claiming to see FBI on their jackets. Local authorities? Completely mum. Everything about this was hush-hush, leaving fans and conspiracy theorists to speculate wildly about what could possibly require such secrecy. A hidden trove of wealth? Evidence of wrongdoing? A stash of old Hollywood relics? And that's when the number 701 appeared out of nowhere, exploding across social media. Some folks insisted it was connected to bodies, while others said it was a code name for top secret documents. Before long, mentions of 701 started disappearing from the internet. Social media posts got mysteriously pulled, and the caretaker who first spilled some tea about the forbidden room suddenly backtracked. Talk about suspicious behavior. What's crystal clear is that this entire saga hints at something bigger than a mere rumor mill. We're talking about the very real possibility that money, power, and influence intersected in ways that reach well beyond an innocent locked door. Some are calling it an empire deception, and they're not convinced it's just going to blow over. If anything, it's revved up public interest in Gene Hackman's latest news to a fever pitch. Now, let's pop open the metaphorical vault and see what's really been going on behind the scenes. Rumor has it that the staff who worked at Gene Hackman's mansion for years kept noticing bizarre behavior. One of the longtime housekeepers, known as Marisol, finally broke her silence to reveal that she once caught a glimpse inside this forbidden room. According to her, the room glowed with a strange, pale blue light unlike any other in the house. Was it some high-tech gadget? A secret shrine? A hidden operation room for covert deals? Nobody knows for sure, but her description set off alarm bells across the internet. Marisol also mentioned a weird symbol on the door, 2 interlocking circles with a line through them. That same symbol reportedly showed up on another door in the basement. Could it be part of a secret society? A coded marking for something highly confidential? The speculation basically wrote itself. Meanwhile, some maintenance worker discovered a huge gap beneath the house, hinting at a secret tunnel. The property manager shut that down right away with a no need to investigate further, which is pretty much code for yes, there's definitely something we do not want you to see. And then enter the black SUVs. Picture it. A quiet night in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and suddenly, a mini motorcade of unmarked vehicles rolls up to Gene Hackman's estate. Neighbors peek through curtains, certain they spotted FBI embroidered on a jacket or two. But guess what? No official records. Local cops claim they had no idea who these guys were. So, either we're dealing with an off-the-books government operation, or a private security detail is pulling some next-level intimidation tactics. The question remains, why? Why would federal agents or possibly high-powered security detail show up at the home of a respected actor, unless something was going on that had major ramifications for money, power, and influence? It doesn't stop there. The internet practically blew a fuse when 701 appeared in cryptic posts across X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit. Some said it referred to 701 missing people. Others claimed it was the number of skeletons in Hackman's closet, literally. Then there was a more plausible theory. Maybe 701 was a code name for secret documents. The bottom line? It was terrifying enough that posts mentioning 701 vanished almost as quickly as they appeared, which only fueled suspicions that bigger forces were at play, like an empire desperately trying to hide its Achilles heel. Amid all this, multiple staffers, like the worker who discovered the hollow space, either quit or disappeared from public view. A caretaker retracted statements, claiming it was all a misunderstanding. It doesn't take a detective to see that's fishy. People don't clam up and vanish for no reason. Could hush money be involved? Could they be threatened by some shadowy group with a stake in preserving Gene Hackman's squeaky clean public persona? We might never know, but the pattern is impossible to ignore. Let's not forget the alleged leak of an undated letter said to be written by Gene Hackman himself. In it, the author warns that once certain secrets come to light, there's no going back. It's the kind of cryptic language that suggests a deep fear of retribution. If this letter is legit, it would appear Gene Hackman was dealing with the weight of a secret too massive for one person to handle alone. And if it's a hoax, well, the fact that it mirrored so many existing rumors about a hidden empire corruption only makes it more convincing to those who believe something sinister was happening on that property. Now, here's where it all ties back to the bigger picture. Hollywood is no stranger to scandal, but this is on another level. We're talking about possible involvement of federal agencies, cryptic codes, hush-hush staff who vanish without a trace, and a swirling theory about 701. If a Hollywood legend like Gene Hackman is under scrutiny, you can bet the stakes involve serious money, power, and influence. Because who else could clamp down on the FBI, local authorities, and the media simultaneously? We're not dealing with a petty rumor or a small-time scandal. This is about an empire, financial, political, or otherwise, that could be on the brink of collapse if its secrets get fully exposed. The real question is this empire deception just about one actor in his mansion, or is it a piece of a much larger puzzle involving more influential people? in the entertainment industry and beyond. The references to top secret files, ties to bigwigs, and the possibility of major players in entertainment and politics being involved are enough to send chills down your spine. When you blend that with the hush money theories, the sealed documents, and the eerie hush around 701, you get a recipe for a scandal so big it might put Hollywood's biggest blockbusters to shame. So how is the world reacting to these bombshell revelations about Gene Hackman? Let's just say the internet is having an absolute field day. Across social media platforms, fans are split right down the middle. On one side, you've got the no way this can't be real crowd who dismiss the entire story as a big chunk of fan fiction that's gone off the rails. They argue that the beloved star, known for classics like The French Connection and Unforgiven, would never be mixed up in something so dark. On the other side, the more conspiracy-minded folks are like, where there's smoke, there's fire. They're dissecting every video clip, every piece of rumored evidence, and every rumor that pops up, no matter how outlandish. They point to the eerie parallels, black SUVs that might be FBI, hush money offers that might keep staff quiet, and that big question mark about 701. It's basically become a digital treasure hunt. Everyone's searching for the next breadcrumb that might confirm or deny the scandal. Celebrity peers of Gene Hackman have been conspicuously silent. No supportive tweets, no public statements to defend him, just radio silence. That's pretty unusual in Hollywood, where stars typically rally around each other when the rumor mill starts churning. Is it possible they're afraid of being associated with whatever might be lurking in that mansion's basement? Or are they just waiting for the dust to settle, so they don't inadvertently say something that leads to even bigger headlines? Gossip columnists and entertainment pundits are loving the drama. Obviously, this is the kind of story that writes its own headlines. Gene Hackman scandal update, forbidden rooms and secret tunnels. Is Hollywood's sweet grandfather figure actually harboring a dark empire? The tabloids are practically drooling over it. And you know what? We can't blame them. This is the kind of content that feeds the 24-hour news cycle for weeks, if not months. Meanwhile, the more serious investigative journalists are hitting roadblocks at every turn. Some claim their requests for information under the Freedom of Information Act are being stonewalled. Others say they're being followed or warned to drop their investigations. Is that paranoia, or is something truly menacing at play? When you factor in all those staff members who recanted statements or disappeared, it starts to feel like a real-life spy thriller. And let's talk about the fans for a moment. Many are heartbroken. Gene Hackman was a cinematic legend who seemed above the typical Tinseltown fiascos. Others are relishing the drama, turning the rumor mill into mean gold. And some are genuinely concerned that if a star of Hackman's caliber can be caught up in a potential web of corruption, then it underscores how powerful and far-reaching these hidden networks of money, power, and influence can be. At this stage, it's impossible to know what's fact and what's fiction. Yet, the reaction from the public is a testament to our appetite for scandal, and maybe our underlying suspicion that the glitz and glamour of Hollywood masks something a lot darker underneath. Could it be that all those rumors about secret societies and hush money in showbiz are more grounded in reality than we'd like to believe? It's a wild ride, and everyone's strapped in, eyes glued to the next twist and turn in the ongoing Gene Hackman scandal update. All right, enough of the heavy stuff for a moment. Let's lighten things up with some fun facts and hidden details about Gene Hackman and this bizarre situation that might blow your mind. The mansion's history. Did you know that the Santa Fe mansion once belonged to a little-known silver magnate who allegedly lost everything in a scandal of his own? Talk about cursed properties. Some say the house carries old energies of deceit and lost fortunes, linking it once again to the themes of money, power, and influence. Symbolic carvings, those two interlocking circles with a line through them that Marisol described. It turns out that symbol has shown up in ancient manuscripts related to secret societies. Some online sleuths even claim it's the emblem of a clandestine group said to manipulate financial and political worlds. Whether that's real or tinfoil hat material is up for debate, but it sure adds another eerie layer. Hollywood's obsession with mystery. Fun fact, plenty of celebrities love adding mystique to their brand, from hidden bunker rooms to secret passages. But the locked room in Gene Hackman's estate might just top them all in terms of sheer intrigue. Usually it's just for show or a quirky hobby, but apparently not this time. The 701 conspiracy. Some folks online claim to have found references to 701 in old documents related to top secret Hollywood projects. Their theory? Hackman stumbled upon something big while rummaging through Tinseltown's dark archives. Maybe blacklisted scripts or hush-hush accounts detailing shady financial deals. Could the 701 actually be a project number or a ledger reference? Gene Hackman's quiet nature. Although he's a superstar, Gene Hackman has always been famously private. He walked away from acting more than a decade ago, preferring to live a low-key life in New Mexico. Did this reclusive tendency help him keep secrets hidden? Or is this entire fiasco the result of a star who genuinely had no idea something sinister was lurking beneath his floorboards? FBI intrigue. For those who love a little cloak and dagger, there's a rumor that the black SUVs spotted at Hackman's estate weren't actually FBI, but a rival group trying to snatch up whatever was in that forbidden room. Could it be a battle of hidden forces? If so, that mansion saw more drama than a daytime soap. So there you have it. Weird symbols, hush-hush controversies, and possible cursed history all rolled into one scandal. All these fun facts might be the tip of the iceberg. If half of them are true, this story is already bigger than we ever imagined. And if all of them are true, well, let's just say Hollywood has some explaining to do. Because the empire of deception that might be built under that house sounds like something from a thriller novel. Now that we've dished every piece of gossip and clue regarding Gene Hackman's latest news, it's time to wrap this roller coaster of a story in a neat little bow. Or at least try. Because let's be real, we're dealing with a scandal that has more plot twists than your favorite binge-worthy Netflix series. From that ominous locked door to the shadowy group that might be pulling the strings, one thing is crystal clear. We're not just talking about a harmless rumor. We're looking at a potential empire deception that may be on the brink of implosion. The million-dollar question is, will the truth ever fully come out, or will money, power, and influence continue to keep the saga under wraps? Every time new evidence pops up, like the caretaker's account of what she saw in that room, or the thermal anomaly beneath the estate, someone or something steps in to smother the flames before they explode into a full-blown wildfire. That hush money might be swirling, NDAs could be piling up, and powerful players might be making backroom deals to ensure that what happens under Gene Hackman's roof stays there. But guess what? In the age of the internet, secrets have a habit of finding their way into the light. And let's be honest, hearing about FBI visits or possible stand-ins, cryptic carvings, and references to 701 is the kind of tantalizing puzzle that netizens will never stop trying to solve. People want answers, and they won't rest until every last clue is pieced together. Is there a massive scandal hidden behind those ornate walls, a hush-hush operation, or even something more sinister? Or could it be that we're all connecting dots that were never meant to form a picture? Here's where you come in. What do you believe is really happening with Gene Hackman and this rumored empire of corruption? Do you think the Forbidden Room was just a private sanctuary for the star? Or was it a secret vault for illicit dealings? Is 701 the number of skeletons in Hollywood's closet, or just a viral hoax? Could a powerful network of Hollywood insiders be stifling the truth? Or is the public letting its imagination run wild? I want to hear your theories, your speculations, and yes, even your wildest conspiracy takes. So drop down to that comment section right now and tell me what you think. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with your fellow celeb-obsessed friends, and subscribe for more in-depth looks at Hollywood's biggest bombshells. Turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know when we uncover the next twist in this mind-blowing saga.